So, what have we here?
In March 2011, the world was shaken by a massive earthquake in Japan that caused widespread destruction and devastation. But the earthquake also triggered a mysterious event at a nuclear power plant in Fukushima. After the accident, 10 strange objects appeared in the sky above the damaged reactor and hovered over the site for several hours before disappearing into the night. The UFOs were there for a reason. It's well known that UFOs have a keen interest in our nuclear technology, and the Fukushima incident may have caught their attention. Were they there to monitor the situation, or perhaps to intervene in some way?
I was stationed at Malmstrom Air Force Base, Montana, as a missile launch officer, monitoring and controlling 10 nuclear-tipped Minuteman missiles. I got a call that morning that they were seeing strange lights flying in the sky, and I got another call subsequent to that call. And this time it was a more intense tone in the guard's voice. He was very clearly very frightened. He said there was a bright, glowing red object hovering outside the front gate. It was oval-shaped. He had all the other guards out there with their weapons drawn. Right after that call, I woke up my commander and told him about the phone calls. As I was telling him about the phone calls, my weapons started going down, one after the other. They went into a no-go condition, what we call a no-go condition. They were unlaunchable. We lost somewhere between 6 and 8 weapons that morning.
In the late 1970s, documentary film producer Linda Moulton Howe heard a first-hand UFO account from her brother, then a military helicopter pilot. Linda began investigating reports of unexplainable cattle surgery and cattle mutilations in the same areas of reported UFO activity.
One night, that fall of October of '75, I had a phone call while I was actually on the floor with a typewriter writing a medical script. And it was my brother, and he was extremely excited. And the first words out of his mouth were, "Linda, a UFO has set down on the base." He was a helicopter pilot in '75 at Malmstrom Air Force Base outside of Great Falls. And that particular night, he had been at a wing party when beepers started going off all over. There was an emergency. And the emergency, as it turned out, was that electronic signal equipment had gone off over a missile silo known as Kilo 7 at Malmstrom. And a sabotage alert team was reporting that a football field sized, that'd be 300 feet in diameter, an orange glowing disc was hovering, or stationary, whatever word you want to use, very low to the top of the missile silo. And that it was casting light that was brighter than daylight. My brother said that the sabotage alert team actually had an argument with the command unit saying, "You want us to go closer than where we are," which was a quarter of a mile away, "then you come out here." And that kind of insubordination got people's attention too, that something serious was there at that missile silo. Jets were scrambled. When the jets got above whatever this orange glowing thing was, it blinked out. The sabotage alert team said, "We know it must still be there, it's just disappeared." As long as the jets were there, couldn't see it. The jets were called back on it came. Began to rise and was picked up by radar until it Dopplered off at 200,000 feet. Well, the next day, my brother said that they sent a team out there to investigate that missile, and that they found that the targeting information in the computer head about where the warhead would go in the world had been changed. And the next day, they took out that whole missile and put in a new one.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakha, Kodash, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. This is a part 2 of a lesson I did last week, some days ago. Okay. and it's going into the angels controlling the nuclear weapons. Okay, the angels, they control Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and the angels. They control the nuclear weapons. All right, and you see in those clips, man, it's obvious, man. There's so many accounts and so many witnesses and information on this, man, that proves it. And you saw in the first clip, that was another clip of the chariot destroying a missile in the sky, man. A missile test. Okay, a whole different one, man. So they've been doing this, man. They've been doing this. Why you think they got a space force? Okay, why do you think they got a space force, man? They know. They know. Okay, why you think, they coming out the past year with all this information on UFOs, having meetings, man. Okay, think about this. They're all coming to a building, wearing suits, getting all dressed up, news conference, all because of the chariots of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, so that first clip, man, you see how that chariot moved, man, to destroy that missile? That was smooth, man. Talk about the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And you also see that woman. That was an old clip, an old interview, as you can tell by the footage. But if you listen to it and you see the end, she speaks about how the chariots changed the position where the nukes would go in the computer, man. Okay, and that's a spirit, because I mentioned that in part 1. All right, how the angels can change things. And what if, America has the mind frame of shooting a missile on Russia, but then the angels change it and that same nuke missile goes somewhere else? Think about that, man. They are in full control. Let's go back to the scripture. Let's go back to 2 Peter chapter 3. Let's read verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Right, man. Okay, you got the prophecies. You received the prophecies. Okay, you see things are going in the right direction of prophecy. It's obvious. So if you live in America, especially you live in Babylon or anywhere on the earth, but Babylon is the hot spot of prophecy, of judgment. Okay, what you gonna do, man? You gonna act like this ain't happening? This is coming to pass. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, it's coming to pass. Okay, so seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? Right, you're hasting in your mind and your spirit. You want it to happen, man. Okay, you want it to be over with, man, because we know that this has to happen and then the kingdom will be established on the earth. That's what we want. Okay, and we're very close to that, man. So when you see these different clips and different info on these chariots, these angels controlling the nuclear facilities, okay, making Esau be confused and worry. I mean, it's hilarious to me, man. Okay, it lets me know that they are preparing for that time. They are controlling the nuclear facilities, the nuclear program, okay, to be prepared for that time. Let's keep reading. It says, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Okay, and that fervent heat is extremely hot. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the angels, they control the nuclear programs, man. That lets you know how serious that program is. All right, it's going to shake the earth back and forth. That's serious. All right, that's why they get worried, because if something that they don't know about, they can't tell you what it is changing the patterns where the nukes go, that is mega serious, man. That is mega serious. Okay. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is spooking these devils and been doing it for years and years and years, man, leading up to this point. Now we're very close to this coming to pass. We're very close. Verse 13, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And for that to happen, okay, the angels are going to let loose. All right? They are going to let loose these nukes, man. That's what's going to happen, man. They're going to put it in the minds, okay, of these rulers to let loose. And like I said, they can cause confusion within that, man. All right? They wouldn't have did that so that we can watch it and hear them testify of it, okay, and not think they wouldn't do it. They would shoot a nuke somewhere else and it was meant to go somewhere else. Imagine that, man. Okay, how you going to tell a country that it was an accident? We didn't mean to kill millions of your citizens. So we don't know how crazy it's going to get in the mix of this war, man, but it's going to be insane, man. Okay, and the angels are going to control the whole thing, man. Talk about theater. That's huge, man. So I'll read verse 14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that you look for such things, be diligent that you may be found of him in peace. And that's what we want. We want to be found in peace. We want salvation. We don't want to be destroyed. We don't want to be caught on fire and melting, and your tongue melting, and your eyes and your sockets melting. You don't want that. I don't want that, man. That's scary to think about. Okay? That's why the scriptures say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Okay? Because of what I'm reading. All right? It says, without spot and blameless, right? And you can only be without spot and blameless through Yahushua, through his blood. That's the only way. Okay, so this should encourage you, all right, to look deeper into your connection to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, to make sure you are connected, to make sure you are in the spirit of repentance, okay, so that you are blameless, all right, so that you are covered by the blood of Yahushua, because that's the only way you're going to escape these missiles and that hot, fervent fire, like you read in verse 12. Okay, and the element shall melt with fervent heat. Okay, so check those clips out, man. Boy, I mean, what else is there to say, man? We're close. So with that, I hope you're edified. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem, Rakah, Kodash, forgive me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you, Akim out there that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.